knows how climate change works, right? Well, not exactly. Most know that cow farts and burning fossil fuels cause greater amounts of greenhouse gases to be released into the atmosphere, which warms up the Earth, but what is less well known is why this is. Why can energy come into the atmosphere but not leave? To figure this out, we need to look at light. The sun emits many different wavelengths of light, and electromagnetic waves such as these can interact with molecules and cause different reactions depending on the energy level of the wave. The energy from the sun that gets through to the Earth is visible light and some ultraviolet light, and visible light has less of an effect on gas molecules, which means that it has an easy time passing through the atmosphere. To keep the Earth from heating up too much, some energy must be released back into space from the Earth. Every object radiates infrared energy, and the Earth, being massive, releases quite a bit. It's these infrared waves traveling away from the Earth that interact with the atmosphere. Greenhouse gases, whether carbon dioxide, methane, or water vapor, absorb the energy in the form of vibrations and later release it, some of which makes it into space, the rest staying within the atmosphere and contributing to global warming. But why do only greenhouse gases absorb the energy versus nitrogen and oxygen, the main components of our atmosphere? Both nitrogen gas and oxygen gas are homonuclear diatomic molecules, meaning that they are two of the same atom bonded together. They are stable and much harder to vibrate, so electromagnetic waves affect them much less. Water vapor and CO2 are polar, and methane, while nonpolar, doesn't have as stable of a structure and is much easier to oscillate, which is why these molecules absorb so much more energy. What would happen if we removed all greenhouse gases? Without them, we would lose the insulation they provide, and the Earth would drop to uninhabitable temperatures and look something like this. Nothing could survive on an Earth without greenhouse gases, except maybe tardigrades, but those things basically have superpowers. The opposite of this situation, an Earth with way too many greenhouse gases, is reflected in Venus, which has an atmosphere 93 times more dense than that of Earth, and which is made up of 95% CO2. The result is a surface temperature of 900 degrees Fahrenheit or 475 degrees Celsius, which is most definitely uninhabitable as well. So overall, greenhouse gases aren't bad or good. We just need to have the right amount of them.